welcome you all to the Dr. Shan tutorials. Today I will discuss about the part 3 of report writing and precautions for writing report, that is types of reports. Research reports vary greatly in length and type. In each individual case, both the length and the form are largely dictated by the problem at hand. For instance, business firms prefer report in the letter form, just 1 or 2 page in length. Banks, insurance organization, and financial institutions are generally fond of the short balance sheet type of tabulation for their annual report to their customers and shareholders. Mathematicians prefer to write the results of their investigation in the form of algebraic notations. Chemists report their results in symbols and formula. Students of literature usually write long reports presenting the critical analysis of some writer or period or the like with a liberal use of quotations from the works of the author under discussion. In the field of education and psychology, the favorite form is the report on the result of experimentation accompanied by the detailed statistical tabulations. Clinical psychologists and social pathologists frequently find it necessary to make use of case history. These instances throw light on the fact that the results of the research investigation can be presented in a number of ways, such as technical reports, or a popular report, or an article, a monograph, or at the times even in the form of oral presentation. Which methods of presentation to be used in a particular study depend on the circumstances under which the study arose and the nature of the results. A technical report is used whenever a full written report of the study is required, whether for record keeping or for public disseminations. A popular report is used if the research results have policy implications. Let us understand it in more detail. So there are the two types of report, namely technical report, as I discussed, that is, it is used whenever a full written report of the study is required, whether for record keeping or for public dissemination. And another one is the popular report, that is used if the research results have policy implications. Let us go inside of the insights of these two types of reports. The first one is the technical report. In the technical report, the main emphasis is on the method employed. Number 2, assumptions made in the course of the study. Number 3, the detailed presentation of the findings, including their limitations and supporting data. Let us outline that what contains the technical report. The number 1 is summary of results. This contains a brief review of the main findings just in 2 or 3 pages. Number 2, nature of the study. Description of the general objective of the study, formulation of the problem in operational terms, the working hypothesis, the type of analysis, and data required, etc. are the part of nature of the study. Number 3, methods employed. In methods employed, it contains the specific method used in the study and their limitation. For instance, in sampling studies, we should give details of sample design, such as sample size, sample selection, and etc. Number 4 is data. Discussion of data collected, their sources, characteristics, and limitations. If secondary data are used, their suitability to the problem at hand be fully assessed. In case of a survey, the manner in which data were collected should fully be described. These are the explanation of the part of data. Number fifth is analysis of data and presentations of findings. The analysis of data and the presentation of the findings of the study with supporting data in the form of tables and charts be fully narrated. This, in fact, happens to be the main body of the report, usually extending over several chapters. The next point is conclusion. This contains a detailed summary of the findings and the policy implications drawn from the results we explained. Number 7 is bibliography. Bibliography of various sources considered be prepared and attached. Number 8 is technical appendices. Appendices be given for all technical matters relating to the questionnaire, mathematical derivations, elaborations on particular technique of analysis, and the like ones. And the number 9 is index. Index must be prepared and given invariably in the report at the end. So that's all the 9 points are belongs to the technical report. Let's proceed for the popular report. The popular report is one which gives emphasis on simplicity and attractiveness. The simplification should be sought through clear writing, minimization of technical, particularly mathematical, details and liberal use of charts and diagrams. Attractive layout along with the large print, many subheadings, even an occasional cartoons now and then is another characteristics feature of the popular report. Beside, in such a report, emphasis is given on practical aspect and policy implications. Let us understand the key points of the popular report. Number 1. The finding and their implications. This emphasis is in the report is given on the findings of most practical interest and on the implications of these findings. Number 2 is recommendations for action. Recommendations for action on the basis of the finding of the study is made in this section for the report. Number 3 is objective of the study. A general review of how the problem arises is presented along with the specific objective of the project under the study is being contained. Number 4, methods employed. A brief and a non-technical description of methods and techniques used, including a short review of data on which the study is based, is given in this part of the report. Number 5 is the results. This section constitutes the main body of the report, wherein the result of the study are presented in clear and non-technical terms with liberal use of all sorts of illustrations such as charts, diagrams and the like ones. And the number 6 is technical appendices. More detailed information on methods used, forms, etc. is presented in the form of appendices, but the appendices are often not detailed if the report is entirely meant for general public. So this way we have understood about the types of report, that is technical and popular report. However, there can be a several variation in the form in which a popular report can be prepared. The only important thing about such a report is that it gives emphasis on simplicity and policy implications from the operational point of view, avoiding the technical detail of all sorts to the extent possible. Apart from this technical report and popular report, there is also given an importance to the oral presentations. At the time of oral presentations of the result of the study is considered effective, particularly in cases where policy recommendations are indicated by project results. The merit of this approach lies in the fact that it provides an opportunity for give and take decision which generally lead to a better understanding of the findings and their implications. But the main demerits of this sort of presentation is the lack of any permanent record concerning the research detail and it may be just possible that the findings may fade away from people's memory even before an action is taken. In order to overcome this difficulty, a written report may be circulated before the oral presentation and referred to frequently during the discussion. Oral presentation is effective when supplemented by various visual devices. Use of slides, wall charts, and blackboard is quite helpful in contributing to clarity and in reducing the boredom, if any. Distributing a board outline with a few important tables and chart concerning the research results make the listener attentive who have a ready outline on which to focus their thinking. This very often happens in academic institution where the researcher discusses his research findings and policy implication with other either in a seminar or in a group discussions. Thus, research results can be reported in more than one ways, but the usual practice adopted in academic institution particularly is that of writing the technical report and then preparing several research papers to be discussed at various forums in one form or the other. But in practical field and with the problem having policy implication, the techniques followed is that of writing a popular report. Researchers done on governmental account or on a behalf of some major public or private organization are usually presented in the form of technical report. I hope you have understood about in detail about the types of report. Thank you for watching this video.